Welcome to the Single Agent Properties tutorial. In this video, we're going to take a look at the agent properties of an individual service agent deployed in our environment and walk through how to drill down from a more global view into the details of this specific system for analysis and troubleshooting. To start, we'll expand the monitoring container and go into the All Agents category, or you could go into any of the other individual subcategories to find a specific system. For this tutorial, we're going to take a look at Sales Lab 1, which is running a system license of ELM Enterprise Manager. Here you can see what we refer to as the agent level at-a-glance view. This summary screen gives you an at-a-glance graphical view of system resources including processor utilization, disk free space, memory utilization, and other top counters so that you have a general feel for the health of this system. In the subfolders below, we can see other information specific to what's happening with Sales Lab 1. The first container or subfolder will be where all the event logs for Sales Lab 1 reside. This is like taking a look at all of the event logs on this remote system combined into a single view rather than hunting through the local event viewer. The next container below that is the outage information for Sales Lab 1. Any recent or historical outages will get recorded for the status of Sales Lab 1 here. Below that we'll find the inventory subfolder for all the installed software that makes up the inventory on Sales Lab 1. This is a feature only found in a system license of ELM. Next we can take a look at the system information, which is the hardware configuration information for Sales Lab 1. We can narrow down our field of view for configuration here as well. Monitor items will show you exactly what is configured and assigned to the agent that is collecting data on Sales Lab 1. So if you ever have a question about exactly which monitor items are assigned to a particular server, this is a place to get that detail. Or we can look at the individual monitor item, click on the Agents tab, and see which agents this monitor is assigned to, a new feature introduced in ELM 6.5. The last subfolder is performance data. This is the performance library that is available within ELM and can be assigned to the Sales Lab 1 by setting up the appropriate monitor items. We can change the view here from viewing only the active performance counters to viewing all performance counters, even those with no data available. For example, if we wanted to monitor anything from disk space to processor utilization, we could go into this library for both performance collection as well as performance alarms. We can also add more performance counter definitions from a published library of counters. Now let's walk through an example where a single agent view would be more advantageous to use over the consolidated event views that are available under the results container in ELM. If you're going through the events each day, you will probably be using a consolidated event view in the results container. A popular event view that is used a lot when getting started with ELM is the All Events view. This will show you consolidation of all events coming through for all systems you are currently monitoring. In our Sales Lab, we have just a few systems we are monitoring, 3 servers and an ESX server, and you can see the events from all of these systems coming through here. Frequently you'll find that there is a lot of information coming through from your busier systems, so if you were looking through this view for information specific to when a service stopped or started on a particular machine, you may have more events than is reasonable to go through to find that information here. Rather than sorting through all these events, we'll close up the results container and open the monitoring container. We'll go to All Agents, Sales Lab 1, and take a look at the event view that is exclusive to Sales Lab 1. Here we can take a look at the events for the last time this particular service stopped and subsequent restarting of the service. We can do that without having to see information pertaining to all of the other systems out there. This makes us much more efficient when drilling down to the specific information we're looking for. If we double click on the event, we can look at the details of the event properties. In this case, the print spooler stopped at 2:55 p.m. If we look at the next associated event ID, we can see the detailed information that the service restarted at 2:57 p.m. Quickly finding this kind of detail would be very difficult using the All Events view in a busy environment. This concludes the tutorial on viewing single agent properties through their individual subcontainers. We hope that you find this information useful and wish you continued success with your ELM deployment.